like when he tortures me. He just makes you, I don't know, do more and more.
Yeah. He actually has a general concern for what he does and for the people that he's doing it for.
Yeah, he'll follow.
I see that, yeah. Yeah. He's got a love for it. Yeah. He's good at what he does.
So, Kevin started by training Anthony and Robbie, his kids. About 2 years ago, he inquired. He's got a history of 2 very invasive back surgeries and stuff like that. And he's got some chicken legs, and his original goal was to build some legs. So for about a year, I worked with him one-on-one, taught him how to squat, kept his back safe, strengthened his core, went well. And then all he wanted to work on was back arm development. So 3 days a week we do back arms, and we essentially just do bodybuilding. So unfortunately he's still got chicken legs, but rocking that pearly white guinea tee, his upper body's looking great. Rob owns the gas station across the street. He takes care of my car. He started exactly 1 year ago tomorrow. Rob's got a picture of himself up in his office at work from 2 years ago, and none of his new customers believe that he's the same guy.
I think it was time for me. You know, I was going in the wrong direction. I was gaining weight, you know, every year, gaining weight, and
you made that conscious decision to say, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, glad I did.
Yeah, me too.
Barbara came to us with just such brute strength and capacity, but she's got a temper. Things that don't come easy to her, she gets frustrated, and her own frustration holds her back a lot. So more so than teaching her a new skill, I just teach her that it's a process. You're not good at stuff when you start. And now all of a sudden today she was doing 5 unbroken pull-ups without bands, when 6 months ago 1 pull-up without bands was crazy. So I guess the thing with Barbara is I see so much potential in her that she doesn't see in herself, and my job is just to get her out of her own way so she can unlock it, and she wouldn't miss her Mondays. She loves it. And again, that's just another hour of my day that I love.
I like when he tortures me. That's why I'm coming back for more. No, his energy. He just makes you do more. You know what I mean? You make me nervous.
That's a really good anger management technique, Barbara. 3. So Carol's been with me since 2012. She stuck with me since I was 19. She goes gym to gym with me. She's referred dozens of other clients to me. She speaks very highly of me, so I have to thank her a lot for my current reputation and my success. She's an avid tennis player, and she does her 2 sessions a week to give herself some time, because she's so devoted to her family and her friends that it's the only 2 hours of the week that she devotes to herself, and she needs that, because if she didn't allot that time, she would be too generous and just give it up to volunteering at the school or, you know, doing something with her kids or for her family. And Deepti, we're still working towards a pull-up, but one thing that's great with her, I've been working with Deepti for maybe 2 years or a little bit longer. Last spring she went to Maine and out rock climbed her husband, who's been doing fitness and been super active his whole life, and she just started with this. So that was a huge win for her and opened up like her eyes and her family's eyes to how much of a difference the gym can make, again, outside of the gym.
This isn't in your normal routine?
I think Fayella is having a wonderful vacation and needed to take another day off. So I oddly have 8:30 to 9:30 off this morning. I'm gonna do some accounting and reaching out to people that I haven't seen in a little while, making sure they're doing okay. And I have a lot of videos that I took of clients from last week that I have to send back to them with some feedback on their progress. Just a lot of background stuff that you don't see in a normal like session. I think they say a 60-minute session actually takes 75 minutes. So I'm doing all the, here's the footage I got, and here's what we need to work on, and here's the homework I want you to do before the next time I see you. So there's a lot of follow-up that goes on, just making sure you're over-delivering with your PT clients.
Disclaimer, this is not typical in the day in the life of Kev.
I'm just showing off to the camera.
And so today he is
physically working out.
Doing it for the camera?
Yeah, I guess so.
How would you describe Kevin?
Hardworking, non-stop, relentless, helpful. Kevin has an ability to put himself in other athletes' shoes, unlike any other coach I've seen.
And what do you think makes him a good trainer? What qualities?
Well, again, like I said, he can put himself in the shoes of any athlete. He can, you know, he can identify injuries that you might not even know you have. and imperfections in your workouts that you might not realize. He's just a really good set of backup eyes to have. And he can, whatever your issue is, he can fix it. You got a bad shoulder, you can't overhead press properly. He's gonna figure out a way to help you fix it. You can't, if you have an issue, he's going to help you fix it in your workout.
Kevin tells me to drink this, eat fried food. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. He totally supports bad eating habits.
Tom and Betty. I started training Tom like 2.5 years ago, and Betty sent him in. And when I sat down to talk about his goals, he just wanted a dad bod. So Tom and I bench press and squat, and I let him slack a little bit because his only goal is getting a dad bod, so he just comes in and wants to move. Then they own a restaurant, and restaurant life got pretty stressful. They had some people quit, and he needed to stop training for a little bit. And when he came back, he brought Betty back with him. And now it's Tom and Betty. And I spend the entire hour hustling to distract those two from conversation, just so that when they walk out of here, they're sweating and get a good workout. If I left them to their own devices, they would just sit on the equipment and talk for the hour. However, it is my quickest hour, and I look so forward to it because they're hilarious. They do not care, they just speak what's on their mind, and that's just another interesting dynamic to my day.
Ben, get the hell, are you seriously gonna film this?
Betty,
What?
What number squat are you on?
Oh shit, does it count?
You eat whole rice with chopsticks, and then you smoke cigarettes on the side on a hot day, like cool Chinaman squat.
Me or you?
The fans wanted Kevin.
Really? Why? He's alright. Sorry, Kevin. But Kelsey's like a star.
No?
Yo, if I lived with Kelsey, I'd be so happy all day long.
I have to say, and I told Betty this, first time I met you, how the fuck is someone be so happy when I get in the gym?
No.
Sorry.
Ben, I'm gonna need like crotch shots, okay?
Imagine what happens behind closed doors.
No. Get beyond.
And then you had a foundations. How is it managing the foundations? Because Tom and Betty, you know for a year, so you know the protocol. But foundations, it's totally different between person to person.
Yeah. The good thing is I have the opportunity to spend 6 hours with an athlete before they go to class. So I'm experimenting, asking questions, finding out about this person, and finding out what they want out of this, what really drives them. So it's a lot more than just fitness, but like what motivates them in their life, so that I know, all right, well, what does this person actually need, and what's gonna keep them interested and benefiting from it, because it's more important to know the person than anything else. Today's actually, I'd say an easier Monday than usual. My 5:45 a.m. client's on vacation. My 8:30 a.m. client is on staycation. I said that backwards. 5:45 is on staycation, regardless. 2 hours non-work. 12:30 cleaned up the gym. Now I'm making lunch. Eggs, ground beef, grass-fed, organic avocados, straight keto. And hanging out with Brody, who ate another pair of Jenna's underwear. He's in trouble. Can't tell.
Clearly he's not on keto.
Yeah, he's getting fat. He's getting fat. And then I'm heading to the new house, so hopefully soon I'll be out of your hair. Because I got some more work to do before we move in.
I told you I'm keeping you. Jenna can go.
Kicking her ass out. So about 2.5 years ago, my schedule was pretty similar to what it is today, but I was living in Middletown, so it was about a 45-minute drive. So I found myself sleeping in the parking lot at the box often and having an unhealthy diet because I wasn't able to come home and prepare myself food. And that's when I started dating Jenna. And right away, I would just come over to her house in the afternoon to relax before going back to work. And that quickly led into me sleeping over every night. And before I knew it, Jenna's mom, Christine, had another roommate. And I've been sleeping over ever since. And thanks to her generosity, I'm able to manage this type of a work schedule without my body entirely falling apart. And about 2 months ago, we closed on our first home. And now we're renovating all of it, so we should be moving in hopefully a couple of weeks from now, and we'll finally be out of our hair.
Walking up to Kev's house. Let's see what he's doing inside.
Man, you're still filming me? Come on, man. Don't you get done? There's Johnny.
Then the life continues.
Yes, sir.
You know how to use that thing, or is it for the camera?
This is also for the camera, much like that workout earlier. Yeah, I had Johnny throw some dirt on me. The camera crew's here, made me look dirty. So this is what my afternoons have been going for the last month and a half. Home sweet home, right?
So what are you gonna do while you're here?
Figure out why the hell the basement's flooding again.
Right off of my house, Joe West on my son.
About to see some on-the-job CrossFit training. I gotta do a muscle up into the attic because there is water coming through the ceiling. Don't tell Jenna, she'll freak out. I gotta find out what the heck it is. This headlamp was the only thing in the house older than the house. Good for that. Oh yeah! Warm!
What are baselines like?
Baseline is the first session that anybody does with me. It's when they're inquiring about the gym. It's a free fitness assessment, and it takes 60 minutes, and about 40 of those minutes are just conversation. I want to learn about a person. I want to know how we can actually assist them. I want to know injury history so I know what to avoid, and just really get comfortable with an individual, because you can't really start the engine and start driving until you know where someone's actual destination is and what detours you're gonna have to take. So I think it's insanely important just to get to know a person before ever thinking that you can provide them a quality product. Julianne's still not too recovered from the baseline. She's smiling. She's in a position where she's capable of doing 2 pulls, but we know that if shit hits the fan in class and she's tired, she's not going to remember how to do 2 pulls. So if I never taught her that, I wouldn't be doing her any justice. She wouldn't be prepared for the real thing. Alyssa's been my right-hand woman for 3 months now. They're trying to clone me. She's doing a harder schedule than me too. She's here all day.
You have an assistant?
Yeah. Assistant 2. What was my new role name?
Director of Training.
Assistant 2, the Director of Training. Yep. It is 8:45 and I just left the box. Now I am back off to the house because I need to unload all the building materials from the garage to the basement so that there's enough room for when the floors and cabinets arrive later in the week.